Hey, what is up guys, it is Card Shuffler 99 here, and today we have a pretty special video for you guys. Today we are going to be doing a comparison of two magic tricks that are actually sold on the market as of now. Now today we'll be comparing two different magic tricks, and these are going to be magic tricks at completely different price points. So today we'll be comparing the Pocket Sansminds Sharpie, which is currently retailing for about $30 to $35, and we are going to be talking about the Brushwood book test, which is actually retailing for $1,200, okay? Now, before we get started, I want to make it clear that this is not the actual book test book. We actually have a friend who actually bought this gimmick, and we actually got to see it, and, I gotta say it's a pretty cool gimmick. Unfortunately, we only got to see it at school because he is our school friend, so he still, he took it home. But this is just going to be here for show, but it is done with the Harry Potter Goblet of Fire book. Basically, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to break down each specific gimmick into three categories. We're going to go for effect, quality, and worth. And at the end of the video, we're going to explain which of the two is more worth purchasing, okay? Whether the $30 Sharpie or the $1,200 book test, okay? So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, let's get straight into the video. So before, we're just going to talk about the Pocket Sansminds Sharpie before we get started here, and we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be rating all of these as we go along. So the Pocket Sansminds Sharpie, this is the effect. The effect is generally just taking a Sharpie, and it looks like an ordinary Sharpie. In fact, here, I'll actually show you what you get. You get a DVD, which explains to you guys exactly how to perform this effect, as well as multiple different tricks you can do with it. And you're going to get the Sharpie. Now, this is a mini Sharpie. It's the Pocket Sansminds Sharpie. They do sell the actual, Sharpie size, which looks exactly like a normal Sharpie. Yeah. And it's the same price. We just bought the pocket one by accident, I guess you could say. So let's talk about the effect in general. What the effect is taking, it's a moving ink effect, so where you can take the Sharpie, you can draw an X, and you can actually make it move onto a card, or you can make it move somewhere from your arm to their arm.
Disappear.
Something like that, yeah. It's basically a moving or disappearing ink effect. So it's pretty cool. Again, like I said, it's $30 to $35. That's where it ranges. Now, I'm going here. Let's take a look. These are the ratings that we put for the Sansminds Sharpie. Okay, what we did here is we broke down everything into effect, quality, and worth. Okay, so I'm gonna go through each and every single one of these ratings, and it got a total out of 25 out of 30 on our rating chart. So our effect, we broke that down into ability of like taking this and making it expand into other tricks. So this Sharpie cannot just, it doesn't just do one trick. You can do multiple different tricks with this. It's a great effect, and we gave that a 7 out of 10. Now, for quality, we're going for overall quality of the gimmick, as well as we're going for durability, and we're looking at, those kind of factors over there, as well as examinability. So how well can this be examined? And we gave that an 8 out of 10. 100%, this Sharpie can be examined in most ways. 100%, I'll tell you this right now, it looks like a perfect normal Sharpie.
Like the real one looks like this.
There's nothing different about it, okay? The font is the same. Everything looks the same. Now, the overall quality of the gimmick, like I said, it is an 8 out of 10. Now, this isn't, because it is a Sharpie, it's not that durable, meaning that it will run out of ink. So you will have to buy this gimmick multiple times if you want to keep going. So that is in terms of the overall quality of the effect. We gave that an 8 out of 10. And now we're going to talk about worth. So for this category, we're basically talking about, is this gimmick worth $30 to $35? And we said yes, 100%. We gave this a 10 out of 10. This gimmick is definitely worth its price. It's worth $30 to $35. It's a great effect. It's a practical effect. And yeah, so that is the Pocket Sansminds Sharpie. We'll bring this back out in a second. Now we're going to move on into the Brushwood book test. So I'll take out the book here once again. This is not the actual book. It's still at our friend's house right now, but we're just going to keep this here for show. And let's take a look at our ratings for the book test. So this actually got a 28 out of 30 in terms of scoring. And let's talk about this right now. So the effect of the trick here is basically taking the book, and you can actually hand it to someone. And this can actually be 100% examined. So someone can actually take the book, go through the book, and they'll find nothing, which is really cool. So this can be 100% examined. Now the effect in general is going to be just taking the book, handing it to someone, have them go to a random page, and what they can do is they can basically pick any word, and the magician will know what the word is, okay? So the magician will know what the word is every time. Now, there are multiple different book tests on the market. Now, there actually is a Chris Angel book test, but the reason Brian Brushwood made this book test is because the spectator will have 100% of free selection over their word, okay? Most book tests, the book is either rigged or the book is going to add, practically force the word on them. So the effect is definitely going to get a 10 out of 10 because this definitely works 100% of the time. Our friend actually performed this on us, and it works really well, okay? I'll tell you this right now, it works really well 100% of the time. Now, this actually got, I think it was rated like 14 times. That's 14 different reviews, and it was rated 5 out of 5 stars every single time.
Every time.
It's a great effect, and I would definitely give it 5 out of 5 stars if I were to rate it as well, just because the effect is so practical. Just handing a book to someone saying, find a random word, and you being able to name the word is great. And not only that, you can actually take this trick and you can expand upon it. You can bring this into a card trick. It doesn't have to be that basic effect. You can do anything with this. So definitely effect is a 10 out of 10. Quality of the product. Now, Brian Brushwood, when he created this gimmick, he actually bought normal books. He actually bought the legitimate book, and he actually handcrafted the gimmick of the book himself, okay? Now, the reason this is actually $1,200 is because he only made about 500 of these books, and basically what happens is they're only going to be sold until April 8th. So if you're watching this video after April 8th, he's not selling it anymore, and I definitely recommend if you guys want to pick this up, go ahead, pick it up because it won't be available on the market anymore. But I would say the quality of this effect is definitely a 10 out of 10 because 100% it can be examined. The book is actually the real book. It's a real book that you can buy from the store. It is a hardcover book, so it is a real book, and the quality overall, this is very durable. You'll be able to do this for your whole life because unless you throw the book in a fire, the book will be okay, and you can continue performing this effect. Knowing how it's done, which I can't share with you guys, but knowing how it's done, I very much love this gimmick, and I 100% think that this method, Brian Brushwood, he's a genius. So, now we're going to get to the final category, and this is worth. So, is this product worth $1,200? I would say no. This is a really cool effect, and at the same time, this is probably one of the coolest, magic tricks that exists on the market, in my opinion. Just because the book can be 100% examined, it is a normal book.
I believe there are multiple effects you can do with the book.
Right. You don't just have to do the simple effect. You can do so much more with this same book. So it's not just that one effect. There's multiple different things you can do with this. Now, in terms of worth, like I said, it is an 8 out of 10 because $1,200 is a pricey amount. However, at the same time, I would say that this is definitely a pretty cool gimmick. And like I said, the price of this is probably going to rise because the only people who actually know how this is performed is Brian Brushwood himself, as well as the people who bought the gimmick. And it's only going to be available on the market for a few more days, actually, after we post this video. So that's important to keep in mind. So now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about which is more worth it at its price. So basically, like we said that both of them are pretty much worth, except the book test isn't worth as much. It's probably not worth, $1,200 compared to the Sharpie being worth $30. But what we're going to do now is we're going to give you guys our opinion on whether the book test or the Sharpie is more worth purchasing. So we're actually going to compare the two, and we're going to say which one is more worth purchasing. So I personally believe the book test is more worth purchasing than the Sharpie. Robert believes the other way around, so we're going to give you guys our opinions on that. So, the reason I say the book test is more worth purchasing than the Sharpie, it's, like I said, it's 100%, it's a practical effect, it's a great effect. The way it's actually done is genius. I'm not going to lie to you guys, it is a genius way to actually perform a book test. Now, yes, it is $1,200, but at the same time, it is actually, right now, it's on sale for $700 because it is going to be Only, it's only available for a few more days. But once this is off the market, this is going to be probably way more than $1,200. I would say the price of this is going to rise a lot because no one's going to know how it's done and you can't even buy it anymore. So anybody who picks this up now and tries to sell it in the future can probably make a lot of money off of it. Definitely its price is going to rise above $1,200. That is why I think the book test is more worth the price. Just because, even though it's such a high-priced book, in the future, it's only going to go higher, and at the same time, you're only going to be able, if you want to know how this is done, this is your only chance. So, once it's off the market, no one's ever going to know how this is done, unless you figure it out yourself, but honestly, you still wouldn't have, 100%, you wouldn't know for 100% that you actually know what it is unless you actually buy it for yourself. So, Robert, why do you think the Sharpie is more worth it?
I mean, I think the Sharpie's more worth it because it's at a much cheaper price. It's a lot cheaper than, $700, $1,200. It has a really cool effect that, it's pretty easy to learn. It's not too hard to learn. Shouldn't take too long to, I guess you could say, master it. It has a really cool effect, making X's or whatever you want to draw on the person's hands disappear, reappear, or whatever. It's quality. I mean, it will last a long time. The sansminds Sharpie we had, I'm pretty sure it's a year old or something, so it does it does last a long time, but eventually it will run out of ink. But it's for a very good price of $30 to $35, so I think it's worth it. So yeah.
Also, the Sharpie is actually, it's very easy to carry around on a book, so the Sharpie can definitely, you can keep it in your pocket, you can carry this around. In fact, this Sharpie, if you have the actual, you'd probably want the actual size Sharpie though. You can actually use the Sharpie for your normal card tricks, where you have someone sign a card. This is gonna be perfect. You can actually use the Sharpie to have people sign cards as well. So this could be a multi-purpose Sharpie for you guys, for all you magicians out there. So that is our general review on both of these. Like I said, these are both very practical performances. At the same time, they're both very, very powerful effects, and they're very easy to learn. Now, it will take time to learn, but once you master it, this is going to be something that you're going to love. And like I said, for both of these tricks, you will have to learn and memorize a few steps, but once you do, they're both very much worth the price. So that is our review, guys. Let us know which you think is more worth it down below in the comment section. Be sure to leave a like on this video, comment, like I said, comment your opinions, and this is Card Shuffling 99. Peace out, guys.